What is going on, everybody? Welcome to our first July episode of Music in the Minor Leagues. Summer's kicked off, and what's the best way to kick it off? Head out to the pool. Feeling nostalgic? Head to the mall. The main thing is, put in those earbuds and put on Swimwear Department. Houston's #1 party band. Songs all about swimming in the mall. Today we are joined with their bass player, Ned Gayle. Man, seriously, you're going to want to check out Swimwear Department. They're hilarious. The shows are just an absolute rager. You show up, man, they're great. It's a lot of fun. It's an event. And their next event will be on August 4th at the Heights Theater with other great local band, Jump Ropes. We highly recommend you make it out to that. We're really stoked to talk to Ned. Ned does a lot. He does podcasts, he does comedy, he does music, he does it all. So it was a great conversation, and really probably one of the more funny conversations we had since we started doing the podcast. On that note, let's get through all the introduction and get to the episode. All right, get through the basics. As always, if you like what you hear, share the podcast with friends. Let them know we're here. We appreciate all the help. Subscribe, like, do all that. Second, if you like the bands we discuss, go follow them on your social media, streaming platforms, anywhere else you can. Go to one of their live shows, man. Get out and support live music, man. We need it more than ever. Finally, if you're interested in seeing Brightwire, we got a few shows coming up. On July 8th, we're heading up to Nacogdoches for a show at Fredonia Brewing, where we play in 6 to 9. On July 15th, we'll be at Black Page Brewing. That will be 6 to 9 as well, man. We'll be out there all evening. Then to close out the month, we're hitting the road with Grifters and Shills. We'll be playing at Kirby's Beer Store in Wichita, Kansas on July 26th. On the 27th, we'll be at Replay Lounge in Lawrence, Kansas with Grifters and Shills and the Mad Kings. That's the matinee show. It kicks off at 6. On the 28th, we'll be in Memphis, Tennessee at the High Tone with the Heels and, of course, Grifters and Shills. That one kicks off at 8. And then on July 29th, we'll be at 4 Quarter Bar with Emily Fenton. So, man, this is going to be a great run. We're always happy to hit the road with Grifters and Shills, man. It's like how we do the road. And then we'll be heading home in August for some shows, but you'll hear more about that on the next episode. So, without further ado, let's get to the episode, man. We're going to be kicking it off with a song from Swimwear Department. This one's called Swim Up Bar. See you on the other side. Later.
Designated diver at the swim up bar. Stroke and kick, you can't get there in a car. Sex is on the beat, see all the pummies on par. Floors are extra heavy, liquor's extra hard. Designated diver at the swim up bar. Glasses also are bottles full of giant squid and alligator guard. Lifeguards are off duty, so it's BYOGUARD. Designated diver at the swim up bar. Oh God! Also are the BAC.083 is pumping through your heart. Designated diver at the swim up bar. He's ready to free tequila, Joanna's slinging shots. Drinks a Cobra 2x2 and no one built a knot. The surface is on fire from all the alcohol. Designated diver at the swim up bar. Oh yeah. Do a cannonball.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Music in the Minor League. Today we are here with Mr. Ned Gayle from the very relaxed, very
it's
mellow.
a Monday at the library, you guys.
Welcome to NPR.
I just feel it fits the mood of Swimwear Department. It's real chill.
Yeah, real
Really?
relaxed, low key, if you will.
Really quiet, intimate shows.
The sound of water.
No
Like the
sort of
soundtrack of an elevator.
no sort of theatrics or anything. We're just talking real, like almost Enya-esque in their
Yeah.
vibes.
Meditation vibes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So today we are
Yoga
here.
music.
Did I say we were here with Ned Gayle, bass player
Extraordinaire.
extraordinaire
Sure.
and member of Swimwear Department, the most non-party band that you've ever seen.
Non party.
Like, they would be the last band you'd call if you wanted to party.
Yeah.
If you're looking to rage, you don't want to go to their show.
Sunglasses off, hats forward, not backward.
Never.
No partying.
No party.
Long pants only.
This band is just a bunch of lifeguards. No fun.
Don't splash that water, just stay still. But to be serious, we're here with Ned, and if you've never seen or experienced any, even online, seen anything Swimwear Department related, you're missing out.
True.
It's like, man, it's an event, it's a party. Well, y'all happen to be not only are y'all a band, but y'all are like party facilitators.
Yeah.
Create the vibe, like throw down.
It's all about the big show. Half of us are improv comedy guys, so it's all about making a fun little show for everyone to enjoy.
That makes
Okay.
total sense.
Yeah, I have to say that just ties a lot of things together. I was like, because when y'all started the band, were y'all just jamming, or was it just like, here's what we're gonna do? We all know each other. We have a band idea, and this is what I guess was the band idea. Was the band what started, or y'all just started jamming and came up with the idea?
So the name was first. A long time ago, I was in a comedy group with a bunch of people. It's like a sketch comedy group. And we put on a lot of different sketch shows, and we put out like a fun little comedy zine. We were just trying to do everything we could. We were hungry. And one of the last ideas before that group broke up I had was to start a cassette tape label, because that was cheap way of just putting out music.
Yeah.
And half the people in the group were former musicians. So we're all like, we just write music. Like, it doesn't have to be good music. We just like shit out a bunch of, can we say shit or something like that?
Yeah, you're good, man.
Okay, we can dookie out a lot of music. And so I thought it'd be really fun to start a label that's consistent of only us. And we just keep putting out like 4-track albums of like, this band's all about bread, and they're called Wet Bread, and it's crust punk, and this is just bread music. And
That'd be great.
this one is just about being coworkers. So all these songs are about PTO and stuff like that. So we were like writing a bunch of small songs. Never took off. The band or the comedy group kind of burnt out. We were all done doing that. But I told one of my friends, Matt, about it, and he was like super stoked. He's a teacher, and he very much on the summers turns into Summer Matt, which is where he's just doing as much stuff as he can. He goes crazy. So I told him the idea. And within like a day or two, he gave me a couple band names. He's like, what do you think of these? What do you think of these? And he landed on Swimwear Department. And I was like, that's a good one. I like that a lot.
That's a good name, period. Like,
It is,
Yeah.
man. And it's been spelled so many different, at one point it was like Swimwear Department. Which,
Oh, solid.
yeah, did not like that. But he ran with it. And then I think he wrote like most of that first album like in a week. Like, it was insane.
So Matt's the keyboard player, correct?
Matt is the singer.
Okay, Matt's the singer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So it's Matt singing, Jeremy Grisby on the keys, Jack Gordon on drums, and me on bass.
Dang.
Yeah, so he just wrote, it was just bass, distorted bass and drums, and he wrote like 5 or 6 songs, and they were like kind of bangers already. And it's just like, wow, he did it. And my label thing wasn't really going to happen, so he just kind of kept doing it.
Like, let's
And
go with it.
he started the band, I think after the first show, our friend Jeremy was like, yo, dude, that needs keys. Let's do this right now. Immediately joined the band. And then probably a couple shows in, their bass player wasn't able to keep playing with them. So I sleuthed in.
Right.
Right on.
Typical Ned style.
Yeah.
But it works, especially because, it kind of birthed the idea. Then it was like, okay, yeah, I'll get involved.
Yeah. No, as soon as the band started, I was like, damn, I want to play in that band. Bass lines are so sick. I was playing in another band at the time called Total Nightmare. It was like surf music. And me and the guitarist were just listening to those demos and we're like, what the fuck, dude? I want to play these riffs. Our riffs suck.
We're screwed up. Dang it.
That's what's cool. It's very like kind of surfy, kind of reminded me of the Mummies a lot and stuff like that.
God. I love the Mummies so much.
Also remind me, like, I don't know, local Houston band, the Judies, kind of had that kind of vibe.
Thank you.
Cool, man. That's why I was like, I'm always thankful when people are like, yeah.
Yeah.
Tori Listell showing Kim was like, they should cover Ghost in a Bikini. That'd be great. So it's just
We are trying to think of a Judy's cover to do right now. It's a high vocal register. So
it is, yeah.
Come on,
It
guys.
is.
You can do it. You can do it.
okay.
It really is. But yeah, I just started, I was like, dude, that's the first thing that popped in my head was, I was like, yeah, like the mummies and the Jews. I was like, dude, this is cool. Okay, I'll check this out.
That makes me so happy.
I know,
we
man,
are
I'm
going to
glad.
find a Judy's cover and then slowly try to appeal to the Judy's themselves and just be like, hey,
There
What's
you
up,
go.
y'all?
what's up?
How's it going?
How's it going?
Can we hang out? Great. Let's do this.
We just stalk people until they become our friends.
Yeah, it works for us.
Yeah.
It's worked.
I
Yeah,
love the
they
strategy.
occasionally pop up, even like in the last, I guess it's been probably almost 10 years now, but it's the last time because they showed up and released some records and things. And it was
Yeah.
just like, did a couple of shows in Austin and then just like disappeared again.
Just enough to keep you wanting more.
But yeah, but before that, they just showed up at like was it like a PTA meeting or something weird like that. And they played like a set at like a school at like Pearland High School.
What?
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. Playing inside of a school. You guys were talking about playing outside Saturday. School's well AC'd, usually pretty good sound system. I mean,
True that.
that's kind of the way to go. If you're not playing for a while, like you want the ideal situation.
Right.
True that. You're out of
Outside's
practice.
warm.
Yeah.
Outside's very warm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess to bounce back, man. So, you said you were playing a surf band before that. So I guess when did you start playing music? What got you into it?
Like any young boy, I was just like, I need an electric guitar. I want to be sick. When I was really bad for 20, how old am I now? 33 years. No, I wanted to play guitar really bad as a kid, and my sister gave me an Aquabat CD and an Adam and His Package CD, and those were the two bands that I was just like, oh, it was like overstimulation as a kid for music,
Yeah.
and I loved it. I picked up a guitar. I met some people in middle school, and they were like, "That music sucks ass. Do not listen to that." And I just like dropped all the like ska and punk music as a middle schooler. I feel like it's the time when you're supposed to listen to that music.
That's perfect.
But my friends were like,
Yeah.
"That shit's for losers. You should listen to Aerosmith." Obviously,
Wow.
not the right move. So I listened to just a ton of metal, and I was really into like shred music pretty much until the end of high school. And I don't know, I just played in a bunch of metal bands for a while, and then after high school, I was like, man, metal sucks, and got really into punk music again, and I've just been playing punk since then.
We were of the age where, Aquabats, it was cool because you'd be like, well, the drummer's in Blink-182 now.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
It's like Farm Club for good bands. It's fine. It's good.
Yeah,
It's okay.
Well, now that I've come around to it, like I love the Aquabats, still my favorite band in the world, and now I think our band is Swimwear Department is pretty
I think one of the,
Aquabats
But
adjacent.
I think, but I feel like that even with Adam and His Package, it's kind of like, yeah, I totally see that being like a foundational band in the music.
yeah. Well, I think that's funny. It's because truth be told, the way I know Ned is I was his art teacher in high school.
Yes, yeah.
So when he said he was 33, it made me feel really old.
Right, man. 'Cause he's
Because
like
I
been an
remember like
adult for a while.
17-year-old Ned. I'm like, oh god,
This is
but,
great.
But what's funny is I remember kind of how I learned a little more about the Aquabats is him, and then him talking about them, and then fast forward a couple of years later, my son is like into Yo Gabba Gabba,
Yeah.
and I was like.
They're
Wait,
all
Aquabats,
that.
Ned! Like, oh my god! And then I knew about it. I was like, I feel cool for a second, for like a split second.
Your kid made you feel cool for a second.
Yeah, true. Don't tell him that.
But the good thing is they were an old band by the time your kids saw them. They were an old band by the time Ned saw them.
Yeah, I think that's what's so crazy.
They've been around forever. Yeah, there's just a few principal members, but then other rotating people. That was one of those shows at back when we used to just live at Fitzgerald's. I was like, who are these people in like the weird pink and black outfits? And like I said, like, a year later, it's like, because after the show, we always just like, venue rats. So, they come out afterwards. It's like, dude, that's, and then later next year, it's like, I think that's a dude from the Aquabats playing with Blink like upstairs at Fitzgerald's. I was like, pretty sure that's him.
That looks. I mean, if I squint my eyes,
So
Yeah.
afterwards,
Trying
like,
to make
dude,
a-
were you in the Aquabats? Like, blah, 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 like kind of walked off.
No,
That's
I've never
him.
done that. That's not me.
it's not me. No, I'm thinking you totally.
You look a lot like that dude.
I mean, you like his brother?
It's amazing. It's uncanny how similar you look. All right. Anyways, we're talking too much about the Aquabats. We're just
They're not paying
abandoning it.
us.
Not all of us. No.
So, all right. So you got the metal, you got the punk, and all that stuff. So, were there any other local bands that you were involved in that anyone may know?
Oh, no, none that no one would know.
Any that performed live? I mean, it's just like
So I played in a death metal band called Vehement all through high school, and it was very fun. We weren't very good, but it was fast, it was loud, it was cool.
oh yeah, that's the point. Of that
I have
age.
a bass with tribal inlays in it still that I
Nice.
will probably never touch again. But
Yes. What tribe is that guitar from?
Must refurbish.
yeah. I did that, and then I played in a ska band called A Fat Lot of Good. That was okay. It's a lot
Remember
of-
that one too? Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, I didn't play music for 7 or 8 years. Like I still play guitar like at home and stuff like that, but I didn't play in a band until that surf band. Took some time off, did a bunch of comedy, and played around Houston. Yeah.
Right on, man. It's weird because it's like everybody around that point. It's like, and then like my mid-20s hit, and I was like, how am I playing music for a while?
Well,
I've become a grown up.
Well, I think like at that point when you hit your early 20s, you're like, if I'm not doing it, if I'm not having an excuse to like focus on this, I'm going to start looking at adult things to do, because you realize really quickly you're not going to make money in a band. Like, it's going to keep taking money from you, but you're not going to make money. And so I think we all innately know I need to make some money, so I have like a stash, so then I can go buy the cool stuff that I want. And then we go back to music. We're like, yeah, now I'm good.
Feel stable enough, I can do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it makes me feel like total fucking square as a musician when it's like, I had to make sure I had the stable bass that would allow me to go back and play what I wanted to play.
Truly, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm sure Post Malone was like, well, I got to make sure that all my, stuff is ready before I get out there. I really got to make sure I've got a nice sum of money to kind of, pull
Nest
from.
egg to fall on.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Let's always pull the Steve Albini thing. It's like, I don't want my music to be my career because then it ruins it. It's like, so I have this thing that I do that allows me to keep my art as art.
Exactly.
Absolutely, yeah.
So maybe that's what we'll say it's that. That's why we do that.
We're basically, yeah, at least us, Brightwire is like a very folksy rock version of Big Black. It's basically what we are.
The comparisons
Are
are
we now?
uncanny.
I heard it right away when I was listening to it.
That's what I figured. When you listen to it, it's like, dude, yeah, that's definitely.
Dude, just the name Flawed, Cracked, Flawed, and Frayed. That's a Steve Albini record right there.
Right.
We know it.
It's
The name of
dark.
our album.
Huh?
You don't even know the name of our album.
I
Oh my
didn't learn it
God.
out of rebellion because someone didn't want to use an Oxford comma.
I knew this was going to come up.
That's what it is.
Wow.
That's because I was a trained writer and journalist, not an art teacher.
Whoa.
It's okay. It's all right.
Shots have been fired.
That's my art education over there, bud.
So, how's that music journalism working out for you?
It's working great. I'm here. I still
We have
work.
our own podcast.
You're
Dude.
listening to it, bud.
I work in a hall of books. Day in and day out.
10 more years till they replaced this whole place with just a hard drive.
Basically, yeah. You can come get your own Kindle you can keep for a week.
Exactly. Just go check Kindles out.
Like, damn it. There it all went. Technology. Taking everything.
It's okay.
away.
I'm going to get replaced by AI as it's going, so we're fine. We'll both be unemployed together.
Oh yeah, they just released like an AI video editing system, and one of my friends sent it to me. I was like, "Don't share this link. Don't show people
Please
this."
don't.
Please
Right.
stop.
You would like throw an interview in it with 3 cameras, and it would cut to the right camera and everything like automatically. I was like,
Oh my God.
come on! But
Oh.
it doesn't add like funny little fart sounds and crazy zoom in. So
There we go. So
I'm
you're safe.
set for life. Yeah.
Thank God.
Call Ned. What do we need? We need like funny sounds and zooms. Dude, Ned Gill's your guy.
Man, it's where it just scares me for John, too. It's like, oh no, how are you going to do? If they can automatically, NASA can just AI cut everything. It's like, oh no.
How do you think I feel? We just got an AI assistant at work.
Can't be any worse than the people you work with.
I'm just saying, like, machines are coming for our jobs. That's all I'm saying.
That's fine. I can take my job if it just like lets me live comfortably.
It's not going
Is
to.
there going to be a trade-off here, please?
Like, do I have to
think
get
so.
another job once it takes my job, or can I just be like,
Do I have to learn
fixing
how to
the
like
AI?
maintain
Yeah.
the AI? If I got to do that, that's fine. I can do that.
Good thing is if someone who's worked in tech stuff forever, it's not going to stay functional long.
No.
It'll crash. And it's like, all right, you got to come in. I got to reinstall the AI, dude. Got to reinstall the whole workforce here.
Yeah. Well, you'll have like hipsters like, no, I really want to have tangible workers. I like to like, like when I go
not
to
even
Taco
tangible?
Bell.
They just call them tangibles.
Right. That's
I hired some tangibles today.
like you're going to go to Taco Bell. They're going to have like this tangible up there. Like, would you like to give me your order? You know what? I would like to really give you my order, Samantha. Thank you. So you can screw it up in the back.
yeah. It's going to be like a year before the AIs are like, I don't want to work. I just want to bang my drum.
Right.
Starting real bands. Like, no, dude, it's like, let's just do bad ripoffs of other bad bands, of pop bands and things.
I hope that's part of the evolution.
What a time to be alive.
Everything's been coming to destroy everything forever.
That's true.
True.
Once
We had a
this
good run.
We're like the people with the goddamn cotton gin's going to destroy our livelihoods.
No. Henry Ford in that motor car. He's going to ruin it for us.
Of course, then I'll also feel stupid because there'll be the people like, no, who's really going to want a color television? It's a fad. And then it's like, oh, God, it wasn't a fad. This is terrible.
Now we have screens in front of our
Ansel
faces
Adams is all like,
24
they'll never want to have colored, portraits of nature, black and white only. Have you been to a Holiday Inn, sir?
Right.
If they wanted to see in color, they'd look around.
Right.
out the window.
People would never trade actually going somewhere for a photo. And it's like, yeah, cool. Joe, we got this 360 camera view.
I'm in the Grand
Yosemite.
Canyon.
This is sick. Like, I can't believe this is happening. VR night on Wednesday, every other Wednesday at the Sterling Municipal Library.
Wait, what do you guys do in VR night? Because you've mentioned that twice since I've gotten here.
It's just games and stuff.
Okay.
But we did used to have like the Earth Walker thing where you go to different obscure locations. This will actually be edited.
Please.
Wait, when you say Earthwalker, are you once again referring to the tangibles? Is that-
No, you actually
I heard a couple
thing and you go to
Earthwalkers.
this place and it's like you can go to different locations. It's like,
that's
I
cool.
would like to visit insert like Siberia, and some poor bastard got sent out there with a 360 camera in the snow.
Jesus.
And they're like, zzz. And then they do like the 3D scans and things like that of the area, so that you go through and it's like you kind of just like experiencing it.
Oh, that's really cool.
You can jump to different spots, and it looks, it's not perfect. It looks like a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like it's wow, but it's also, you can tell it's not really Thor there. It's a robot, like a AI drawing. Yeah.
I did one of those Google Map VR things, and the first thing I did was like just go look at my own house. I was like, "Whoa!" It's like I'm really outside.
It looks real.
So I didn't know where else to go. I was like, "Well, I know this address."
Dude, like when Google like Earth first started up, I remember like I actually ended up on Google Earth one time mowing my friend's yard. And I remember seeing like this stupid car go by. I was like, that was the dumbest looking vehicle I've ever seen. And I described it to someone, like, dude, that was the Google car. And like they were like, where were you at? I was like, I was here. Dude, there I am pushing a lawnmower, sweating in all my glory.
Looking at the car like, huh?
Exactly.
Are y'all blurred out?
No.
That's what's funny. Like our old neighbors, I guess now we gotta leave this in. It's just going too long. But
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. So Mr. Flowers, who lived down the street, like always just sat in his driveway all day. He just hung out, and he's like there. You go over, it's like there's Mr. Flowers just sitting in his driveway, like totally not blocked out, just coveralls,
Just hanging out.
what up,
Official landmark.
drinking his Mountain Dew, just hanging out, chilling. I was like, dude, right on, man. That's there forever. We can see that. I need to go back to the one that's 5 years earlier and see if he's still there in that one too.
It's just
that would be great.
The drink is just up, and then it's down 5 years later. Yeah.
He's still there.
Oh my God.
He's always there.
The ghost in the machine.
So this is why we brought Ned here, was to talk about VR Google Maps.
Right.
Dude, I knew from the second we booked Ned that it was going to go off the rails because the dude does a ton of other things.
So that's a good thing, man. Are you still doing stand-up?
No, so I only did stand up a little bit. I do not like being on stage alone. I think it's very scary. So I've done stand up here and there, but for the most part, I did a lot of sketch comedy. I would do some stand up, but it would be like character stand up. Like I would be Ned. I would be like weird guy or something. I don't know, something on hand. But I just like really offbeat, weird, surreal kind of stuff. So like my friend Connor, my old roommate, who I do a lot of comedy stuff with, he used to host a show called Welcome to Hosewater, and it was a town hall meeting where each performer would go up and they have 5 minutes to talk about what's going on in the city of Hosewater, Texas. So it was like a stand-up show, but everyone is playing like, hey, I'm really tired of the horses at the fair being like too well dressed. They're very attractive. Like just character something like that, where they're just like complaining. So I like that kind of comedy. Don't do it as much anymore. For the most part, it's been a lot of music lately. But
The ebbs and flows, man. You know.
Is that like a COVID thing, you think? Or
We've done some since COVID. Producing shows is hard. I know Connor does a lot of the heavy lifting on producing those, and he was like kind of done doing that.
Yeah.
We produce a video show now called Neo Benchy, and it's people take video clips, strip the audio off of them, and then do new dialogue like live, but not like Mystery Science Theater where you're like commenting on it. It's like you actually sit down, write a brand new script, reinterpret it, and then perform it live. So we've been doing that we're hitting our 1 year anniversary Wednesday. Yeah.
Nice.
It's right on, man. Like, yeah, I love sketch comedy.
Actually at Big Top, which I heard you guys performed
nice.
at last week.
Yeah.
I love Big Top, man. It's a great place.
Freaky place. Great vibe.
It's a
is.
fever dream. It's what it is, dude. The fact that they have the mice from the clock at Astroworld above the entrance.
I look up there all the time, and it's like I know it's the same stuff every time, but my brain is like reinterpreting new shapes and colors.
Oh, man.
Well, there's times even looking up above the thing where I'm like, oh, there's a painting I've never noticed before, like a different thing on a tricycle or
Seeing the eyes move on it.
right, some weird thing. It's like, oh, there it is.
In the Pee Wee Herman action figure collection,
Yeah.
it keeps getting bigger and bigger. Like we won't notice that.
I mean, it's not like a Super Happy Fun Land or that Raggedy Ann.
Oh my God.
It's not even a collection anymore. It's just like it's
Man.
rebuilding the walls.
Yeah.
That was like when Sam took me to Super Happy Fun Land for the first time. And I'd heard of it, but I'd never been inside it.
Yeah.
And we played a show there. And I legit texted my friend and I was like, I think we're going to get murdered tonight. I'm pretty sure.
Well, dude,
I'm
the
gonna
crazy
die
part about
today.
Super Happy was like everything in the building is for sale. So like you would be sitting in a chair, and if someone was like, "I'm going to buy that chair," they would buy the chair. You're like, oh,
Get
okay, I
up.
guess
Is
I'm
that how do they own that warehouse, or like what's the situation there?
This could be a squatter scenario. We don't know.
No, they do.
I'm all for it.
Because it used to be in the Heights.
Yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't near a sketch when it was in the Heights. It was like a cool house and all this stuff. But yeah, they went and actually bought that warehouse. I guess they did like a fundraiser or something. They got the money because it wasn't very expensive. But then they moved in and the city was suddenly like, okay, nothing's up to code and blah, blah, blah. And it took a long time to get it reopened.
That's good for them. That's a prime location. Like that is right in the middle of the East End. There's so much going on around there. And
Yeah, there is now.
I will never play there ever again. But if it closes, I will be the first person to be like, what the fuck? What have we done to the city? Culture is dead.
Right now, I understand.
Right. No. It's kind of the same with like Natsuo. Like I used to hate when we get booked there.
Have you been to Natsuo recently?
Okay, it showed up in my algorithm on TikTok because it's a
Natsuo's
4-level
on TikTok?
Yeah, it's like a 4-level bar now.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, what? And so I like went down that rabbit hole, and yeah, that's a whole thing.
Cody and I,
4 levels now?
our friend Hunter, who you know,
Two
was
floors.
doing a show at Dean's
Oh, Dean's
a couple
Discount
weeks ago,
Clothers.
which Dean's, they completely redid that place
Yep.
too. And Cody and I were like, we got to go to Natsuo. So we walked next door. It is not the same building. Like, I mean, it's still made of books, but like,
Yeah.
if you, going up the full 4 stories, there's so much like cool art up there.
Yeah, it's a whole experience.
It seems like the
now.
bar is empty, but it's 4 stories. There's like 30 people there, but they're all just like
Scattered.
cascaded around. Yeah.
Wow, yeah, it's only been, I guess, the first floor and second floor got to be the first 20 feet of that building. Yeah. I mean, the second floor, we saw the Evens there years ago.
Oh, cool.
And I mean, it was like probably like 20-foot ceiling in there with a giant 10-foot donut, paper mache in the middle of the room. All the old shoes from the stock room still on the wall.
That's so awesome.
We saw this band, Daikaiju. Have you guys ever heard of them? It's like a angry surf band. They always set everything on fire. The first time I saw him was at Natsuo. And like as soon as he started setting on fire, I was like, no.
We're leaving
This
it
place
out
is
of
like half dictionaries.
We're gonna die.
Dude, you're gonna die in here. Have we not learned anything from Great White? Once bitten, twice shy.
I did see them at Rudyard's, and like as they were walking up the stairs, I saw the guy just grab the lighter fluid out of his bag. He's like, oh no, not tonight.
No, sir. Joe doesn't play that.
We're not going to burn the place down.
I just like that Natsuo now doesn't smell like cat urine anymore. I really feel like that's a.
Oh, they moved it all over to Super Happy. It was part of the fundraiser.
Like I remember going to Super Happy one night, and like they didn't even have a beer license. Like, they weren't even, and I was like, "You guys are serving beer?" They go, "No. If you'd like a beer, take a beer." And then like if you want a tip, that's cool. I'm like, I feel like we're skirting the law here.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course.
That was one of the
Exactly.
comedy theaters I did stuff at for a long time. Had a like donation bar.
Yeah.
Which I think near the end of that theater, someone found out like how illegal it was, and they're like, "Hey, we're not going to do this anymore. Everyone just
Yeah.
bring a bag or something."
BYOB guys.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's
I'm not going to
fine.
prison for anybody.
It's fine.
But you also have Honey, I Shrunk the Binge too, right?
Yeah. I haven't done that in a while. So I used to do a lot of podcast stuff. I did like a weekly live podcast with some friends called The Stacks for years. And we did this at this house venue called The Wofford. And it was really fun. It was just three of us, and we'd come up and talk, and we'd have an audience there. So it was a lot of audience participation, bringing people on stage. And that was really fun. And then I did, a podcast called Honey, I Shrunk the Binge, where we would take shows we had never seen before. So, for example, One Tree Hill was the first show we did. Teen heartthrob comedy thing, dramedy thing. I don't know what you call it. So we watched only the very first episode of the show, and then we watched the series finale, and then we reviewed the entire show on that criteria. And it's a good way to just like ingest something.
Right, like, oh God, how the hell they get there?
Yeah,
That's great.
so I did Game of Thrones at one point. And that was great. It rocked. I didn't have to watch any of it. Pretty straightforward storyline. All the same characters in the first and last episode, and that's all you need.
They made it through.
Yeah. The boy is good. Spoiler alert. I don't know. Yeah.
It's fine. Worked out.
Yeah, that podcast is really fun. We stopped doing it because it takes so long to record. It's like,
Right.
you forget like how many like shows, even a show that's like 22 minutes, the pilot is usually like an hour.
Right.
I learned.
Yeah.
So like we'll meet up to record the podcast, and we'll be going through shows, and we're like, oh God, I don't want to sit through do this. And the last one we did was like Gummy Bears, because we're like, this is going to be easy to sit through.
Wait, Gummy Bears, the animated series?
With the singer of the Aquabats as the little kid, I found out.
No way.
Just for the first season. But like we started, I was like, huh?
I know that voice.
Yeah.
It all comes back to the Aquabats.
It always does.
Dude, and then kids, if you're listening, if you haven't watched the Gummy Bears animated series, you need to.
Yeah. Or just the first and last episode.
Exactly.
It's pretty easy.
It tracks.
So yeah, I did that for a couple of years, and then my old roommate Connor and I did a radio show / live show called Effin' Rager, and I did that for 3.5 years every Monday at 8 p.m. Did it at KPFT for a while, and then COVID happened, and then we're like, oh, well, let's just do it at our house. We have all this audio equipment, and it was super fun. It was like a call-in show, live video on Twitch. I'm a video editor, so I'd do a lot of like crarazy effects, and it was, I don't know.
Oh, right on.
We stopped living together, and we're like, I'm not gonna meet up every Monday. That sucks. So
what we do.
We do it every once in a while. I know. Now I'm here. I'm just like, well, I kind of miss doing this.
Right.
But yeah, no. So we just do the Neo Benchy thing now as far as comedy stuff, and then I'll do stuff every once in a while. But sometimes something will happen in the news where we're like, oh, dude, we got to skewer this. Like, we got to meet up right away.
And it's like, oh yeah, then it's on to the next outrage. It's like, well, we missed that 10-minute window.
I know, man.
Yeah, we missed the Chinese balloon earlier this year.
Oh, that was a solid one.
The submarine happened. And we're like, gosh, there's too much happening this year.
I know. Missing out on all the good stuff? Question mark.
I wouldn't call
it's
that.
good. It's all just like, what are we upset about? What can we attach our emotions to this week
This hour.
instead of doing something ourselves? Yeah.
Right.
Well, it wasn't always like new stuff. Sometimes it was like, all right, we're playing chess against the computer. Please call in and tell us our next move.
That's great.
Have people call in like queen to b6. And we're like, you fucked us, dude. Come on.
God, you're banned from the show next.
Thanks a lot.
Block his number.
So now we got to figure out how to one way. When we get to the 100th episode, we'll do it live somewhere.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, God.
That puts us way, like, that's 4 years in the future.
True. That gives us time.
It's like, yeah, well, future us will totally have to deal with this shit, but not today.
Book it now. What episode are you at? 30?
This will be you'll be episode 23,
Okay, 23. Perfect. So,
the Michael Jordan of podcasts.
what are we like? Oh, hey, I'll take
You.
it.
Right.
So, bad math here. 77 weeks from now.
Ooh.
Book Dan Electros or something. Tell them podcast night, 100th episode. It's gonna be big. Big things coming soon.
Huge.
People love it when you tweet out pictures
be
that say
huge.
big things coming soon.
Do they?
They love it. They know something
It's their
big is
favorite.
coming.
We
and
should get like a billboard for it, too.
I love when bands do that. It's like new
No.
T-shirts. Like what? Especially if it's a band like you're hoping gets back together. They're like, we have some news coming up. We went and reprinted all these vintage shit. Like, go to hell.
We repressed our first album. Oh, with different, variants of vinyl. Son of a bitch. Now I got to buy it.
It's like, well, y'all going to do some shows to
we
promote
got
this?
koozies
No.
with foil printing on them. They're
See, I
shiny.
thought the band Dredge was doing that. They're going to and I was like, oh, crap. No, they're actually working on a new album. So I was like, all right, cool.
Oh, that's great.
I'm glad I paid for that double album. We're good.
So that happened over the summer. Was it last summer? Summer before, but like Kylesa was doing stuff. Like, yeah, dude. It's like, we're releasing all of our albums. It's like, cool, and shirt. So what's up? Oh, no. We still don't like each other. We're still not going to play shit.
We got to make.
We're still broken.
rent.
We're
Just paying
firmly
rent.
broken
Yeah.
up. But we're selling a bunch of shit. It's like, cool.
I'll buy it. Fine.
I guess I won't see y'all then. That's fine.
Not bitter at all. Bullshit.
We're live show kind of people, though.
So cool. So you're a video editor. So I'm guessing. I'm 99.9% think y'all did the video at Gallery Furniture, correct?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, good. So it's like right when we start saying, it's like, please don't be wrong. Please don't be wrong.
Gallery what? No.
So I was like, first off, that's just a cool story. I mean, it's a Houston landmark.
Yeah.
And people who don't live in Houston don't realize that it's basically like a circus tent.
Yeah.
That it's like, there's furniture in there, but there's monkeys and free ice cream.
Sculptures outside. There's chips everywhere, just bags of chips everywhere you can reach. It's crazy.
I mean, you could actually, get lunch there.
Oh yeah, you walk in, there's like cups of Bluebell ice cream, and there's usually like cake and fruit and things. Like here's food, come eat and hang out.
And also Mac is just like always there. I think that's like the freakiest part. Not freaky. I mean, it's cool.
No, it is. It's weird.
It's weird to see him in person when you've seen him on TV for 25 years.
And he's walking around with his clipboard the whole time, but he might as well have like a candelabra, just like wistfully walking around like a ghost. Like it's like very large presence when you see it.
Yeah.
And the staff's all like, oh God, it's Mac, run.
Don't make eye contact.
All the employees kind of
don't make eye contact. Remember, don't look him in the eyes.
There's a healthy respect there.
If you make eye contact, you do turn into a mattress, and then you're sold very quickly. Yeah,
that would could actually work.
People just disappear. It's like there. So how I have to know the story of how that occurred.
So part of what makes swimwear so, I wouldn't say good, what makes it work so well is that Matt is just really good at just like asking for things. A lot of times it's just literally going to the Gallery Furniture website and there's a button that says call store. And then to the right of it, there's this button that says call Mac. And he clicked that and called. And he's like, can we film a video here? He goes, just email me. And so we did, and like after about 5 or 6 emails, we were there.
Wow!
It's all just a matter of like asking, and that's a lot of this band has been just
what can we get away with? Yeah,
truly. In like places that don't typically have music, Matt will message them and be like, "Hey, can we do a show here?" And they're like, "I don't know." He's like, "Okay, well, here's my idea here," and he'll like write everything out. We've got a sound guy we work with a lot who rents his equipment, like PA equipment out very often. So we're able to do a lot of shows that we couldn't normally do. And the people are usually at a certain point, he won't let them say no, I think.
Right.
And we'll end up like we played on the ship Alyssa in Galveston. And that's probably the 3rd or 4th shoot where we've showed up, started moving equipment on. And the person organizing is like, wait, are you guys going to play music? And we're like, yeah.
Oh.
Was it? It's called the Band Swimwear Department.
I think every time someone's like, "Oh, I thought you were just like shooting some photos," like, "No, we're gonna play a couple songs for a second." Yeah. And at that point, they're usually just like, "Okay, just be quick and don't be rude to people." I guess
do it and get out of the way.
And it's worked out for us several times, and I don't know.
Because y'all done a couple of shows at that swim club too, right?
El Segundo,
yeah, that was cool.
And we met the owner of it, and he's been very cool about letting us play. And he'll hit us up for events, or we'll hit him up. We did like a fundraiser there recently on April 1st for April Pools Day, so we could raise money for our album. And he was more than happy to let us just open the pool up a little early for summer and throw a little shindig.
Which is also a great double pun record title, The Pullest of Them All.
Thank you.
And I was just like, that's great. It was just funny because it shows how slow I can be sometimes. I was like, The Pullest of Them All. And I was like, they should have done The Pullest of Them. And I was like, stupid, the M's in the mall. The mall. I was like, it's like, God.
If you can imagine, our writing process is a lot of just like sitting around like, what about this? Like someone says like, designated diver at the swim-up bar. And that was, I think Matt came up with that line, and then he'll just go home and write usually very like layered lyrics. Matt's very good at writing lyrics, like yes, just about pools, and yes, just about malls, but like we have and that's pools and malls only, nothing else. We have one song that's it's about malls, stores, and it's also about the ship of Theseus. The idea is that the ship leaves the port and pieces of the ship are changed out and returns to the port. This is the same boat that returned. Your mall, when you're growing up, Baybrook Mall down Clear Lake, none of the same stores are there. Is it the same mall I grew up with, or is it the empty husk of this place that I used to be in? So there's deeper meanings to a lot of these things, and
it's very philosophical. Like I wasn't prepared for this.
No, like
you guys really should have Matt here because he's a fantastic writer.
Oh, don't worry, there will be a part.
He has a beautiful mind.
There I was, but yeah, that's That's funny. It's one of those things you get more than you bargain for. Like, yeah, it's funny. It's like, oh wait, man. I was like,
Well, he has like meanings and stuff.
what's this Swimwear Department band making me think?
Right, making me have feelings and stuff.
Well, yeah, I think it's a good time for a mall band because it really is like I think 3 malls in Houston have closed since we've started.
Oh yeah,
Thanks to us. No, but it is like we are in that cultural turn point of people aren't using like public spaces in that way anymore. They just a lot of those public spaces are becoming like living spaces. It's becoming like high rises or something like that. There's not like a general large consumer area for people to hang out in.
But we're still there's still malls, man. You go to Pearland Town Squares because there's not like a roof
they've
connecting the
changed
mall.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all open air mall now.
Well, because like the
Why is
Baybrook
anyone
one is
in
weird.
Texas doing an open air
I don't
mall?
know.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, dude! Like we were at the Baybrook one the other night, and it was like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, and it was like, this is miserable. Like, why are we here?
Does Baybrook have like an outside area?
Yes,
now?
it does now. Just
I have not been to Baybrook in 10 years, maybe.
Well, then I think Swimwear Department needs to play a show there.
We are dying to play at a mall. If anyone's got a contact, please let us know.
Oh man, see, 'cause I know John and them played there on their little like
They have a stage.
AstroTurf Square.
Yeah, they have an AstroTurf stage and all that. Yeah, this whole area.
The Pearland thing that we do every year.
That one's fun too.
That's right there in front of all the stores, right next to the Vans store.
But yeah, it is weird that they've changed the way malls are, because, you know, that's what we got used to is like you had the big, I'm going to Mall of the Mainland, and it's just this big giant building. It's air conditioned,
It's got
piped in.
great AC, so you can just like walk around all
Yes,
day.
dude. And it's got smooth concrete floors, which are perfect for skateboarding, but they don't want you to. And you're like, but you built this.
Yeah.
How dare you?
It's just crazy thinking of the time, like especially like younger, like you could spend a day.
Yeah.
There were like 8-9 hours. We're like, we were at the mall all day.
Dude, Alameda Mall used to have a carousel in the middle of it. It was a 2-story carousel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So cool.
Yeah, there was things to get you there. And then they kept you there because they had the food court. And you could go by there like 47 times to get the bourbon chicken.
Mall chicken.
Mall chicken.
Can't find it at any restaurant. It's
No.
insane.
Like,
Get the corn dog 6.
oh, man, dude.
corn dog 7.
Corn dog 7.
Whatever.
Tell you what, I'll raise you corn dog 8. Why not?
It's a little cold. It's a little colder at our mall. It's only 6. But whatever. I didn't worry about the corn dogs, man. They said like they took made a corn dog with cheese in the middle, and as you can tell, I was a fan.
The fried cheese, yeah.
They
Grease,
knew-
cornmeal, and cheese. Yes,
on a
please.
stick? Yes.
This is my America. This is what I want to be a part of.
Oh my god, dude. Man, but yeah, but that's the thing is like it's no longer like that now. You know, it's this whole outdoor thing, and it's like I don't want to be there all day because it's hot.
Yeah, like it was weird here, like when San Jacinto Mall shut down, like all the stores moved across the street, and then now they're going to build like the same thing, like all these outdoor, and so they're all going to move back across the street, basically where they were at the
exactly.
mall, with no covering between. Because like, yeah, it's the mall, but now we don't have to pay to air condition between stores.
Right. So the mall's genius. Like they're saving money.
I guess you just run to places like, oh, like right now it's like, Or it used to be like, dude,
I have to go
we'll
to the
make
Petco.
the trek all the way across from Champ Sports to like Foot Locker on the other side. We'll do that.
That's
Or, you
dedication.
know, from Sam Goody to Camelot. Like, I'll make that run. There, it's like, dude, that's like 2 blocks that way and 3 that way.
All of
it's
a sudden.
108. It's like, no, I'm just going to get in my car and go home. So they're actually hurting themselves, hurting no one but themselves.
True.
Yeah, there's that Kroger in Montrose that recently closed down, which was a bummer. It was
Oh,
a
Disco
late-night
Kroger?
Yeah, Disco Kroger, flattened cement earth now.
Yeah.
And there's just like a pop-up farmer's market there every Saturday. They literally deconstructed the mall and just made everything like way more expensive.
Right.
Or not the mall, the grocery store. But like, you can buy the same stuff or you can get produce, but like
It sounds very,
in limited
very
quantity.
It's like playing
at
Sim
certain
City
hours.
and like taking out something. It's growing back. In 20 years, it'll be back to being a Kroger. It'll be called the
I would love
neighborhood
that.
market.
Yeah.
I see you, Kroger. I'm wise to you, K. Rogers.
So see, there's a good societal anthem that's in this for that, you know, Swimwear Department should tackle.
What?
moving the malls to the outdoors. But it does make it more realistic to have a pool in the middle of the mall if it's outdoors.
Why the hell would I want to swim in the middle of a pool?
Because you can go to United Colors of Benetton and get your bathing suit and go try it out at the pool.
No shit. I mean, it's you have the Bass Pro Shop like pond. Why not put all your swimwear stuff right there, man? Then you can just go try it out.
Can you swim in that pond? Will they stop you?
That's why I don't know if you can swim there, but you can throw a line and then
you can
catch
fish
like a fake fish,
Okay.
or no, not a fake, but like a stocked fish, and
stocked,
throw it
yeah.
back. And then they are real fish. They're not like imaginary. It's like rubber. Some guy down there just puts a rubber fish on.
It's his birthday. I'm gonna give him the big one.
Raw. But yeah, I mean, that makes perfect sense. I mean, if I went to sea and surf or whatever and got me some new board shorts, like, dude, I can just go jump out in that pool and see how they, like, if I dive in, are they going to come off? Like, that'd be awkward. You don't take that chance. So you try them out in that pool and you're like, dude, we're set.
That does make sense.
They come off you get out, and you're like, excuse me,
I need a smaller size.
can I get some
please.
different ones?
Right.
Not swimming in a pool in front of that many people.
Well, it's not for everybody. You'd probably be too nervous to fish in the pond at Bass Pro Shop, but not everyone is.
Okay.
There's fishermen, there's swimmers, man. They're ready to go.
Facts.
I think I'm with you though. I wouldn't swim in the I wouldn't swim in the mall pool. That just seems like
I don't know. Baybrick Mall has.
of
Wait,
pools.
Baybrick Mall like in the outdoor part, they have these fountains they put out, and how sweaty people like wade in those fountains.
Are they like run like shoot up fountains like
No,
or
they're
something
like
that, or
actual
is
like with rims around them, like like a
get
wishing
in them?
well kind
people
of
are
thing.
getting in those.
my
Yes,
God.
dude, and I'm like, nah, I'll hard pass on that.
I'll probably get in when I go there.
There's
As is custom.
There's probably some. They put some stuff there. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, they put some stuff in there like pennies.
I'm not. I mean,
Right.
Rust.
I grew up I swam in the Gulf of Mexico.
True, we all did
true.
that.
There's
Yeah.
nothing scary
Yeah.
to me. It's like, oh, there's this tar ball I found. And I've got
remember
brown
picking those
stuff
up.
on my face. Oh yeah, I do making
used to throw-
giant
yes,
tar balls.
Yes.
You're going home and cleaning off the tar with like my grandpa's lighter fluid.
No, diesel fuel. Like that's
see,
a
we
great
use like
degreaser.
charcoal starter or lighter fluid to get off. And I'm
And if
like,
you read that stuff, it says do not get it on your skin.
yeah, but that's what you use to get the tar off.
Yeah.
I suddenly feel like Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. We got to put the lighter fluid on the tar to get it off. But that was my actual childhood. Baby oil, I think, worked too. That was a little less harsh. But
I'm going to guess not a lot of malls.
we didn't have a lot of malls, but we had a lot of swimming. And that's, even, I'm sure they'll accept fans that are even more experienced with half the equation.
Yeah.
You can go to neither, and I think you'll still get something from this band. Not much, but something.
But it's like I understand swim culture. Grew up swimming.
But if you go to a swimmer department show, it is kind of required that you like participate.
Oh yeah,
Like you don't have a choice. Like they will make sure that they'll make eye contact with that one person who's in the back not having fun, and that's gonna be their bitch. Like,
yeah. Matt will leave the stage and walk over to you.
dude, that's
Sure
the
you're
thing
singing,
too.
like-
Sound guys have to hate Matt because he like has to have 1,000 feet of cable. Like the dude is all over the place.
We have one sound guy who likes to work with us pretty often. Like he'll see we played in Austin recently, and he messaged us the week of the show. He's like, "Hey, I'm off that day. You guys want me to come up and run sound?" And it's so nice for us because our lineup is it's only distorted bass, never undistorted, never clean. Keyboards, drums, and then vocals that are assumed to be like way far away from the stage. And so like a lot of times we'll get sound guys who are like, "Oh, your bass sounds like crap," and they'll try to direct in and mix me only clean. I'm like, no, that's not what the sound of the band is. So like, and then just dealing with Matt feedbacking everywhere. So it's very nice to have like a dedicated sound guy. Which Bob Lane, fantastic sound guy.
Oh yeah, Bob Lane's a great guy in
he's
general.
the greatest guy in the world. Already dressed like a swimwear guy. So like, we've just been working with him like nonstop for the last couple of years.
That's rad.
But other sound people, we've learned how to talk to them better now.
That was funny. That band Weed Eater, like I know their bass player had says rider, like there'll be no DI'd bass because it's all like distorted. It's like,
Yeah.
but
Damn,
but we
I
need that
love
clean
that.
signal. It's like, no, like,
They don't.
in my rider, there will be no DIs attached to my bass rig.
Well, that's the thing too, is like with Swimwear Department, there's no lead guitar player, so you have to cover a lot of ground as the bass player.
Oh, yeah.
And your keyboard player does a great job too. I mean,
he's
he
insane.
That's the nice part about it, is like you don't even miss the guitar.
Yeah.
Dare I say that on record?
It'll never. We've decided that the next album we'll put like one small guitar part on it as a joke, but otherwise,
and make Matt lug a guitar.
Yeah.
For that one part.
Well, the funny part, so everyone's playing like their secondary instrument. Like I'm more of a guitar player. Jack, our drummer's more of a bass player. Jeremy's more of a guitar player. Matt's more of a guitar player. But we all have like played a lot of bass in our day. So like our dream is to have like an annoying like Eagles moment where we're like all playing bass solos at once, like on stage.
Big Bottom.
Yes, actually exactly like Big Bottom. So we're waiting for the show where we can like all just like in a row.
That'd be great.
When that happens, the brown tone will be achieved.
Yes, yeah. Paying to clean the venue. Yeah.
Still my favorite one of my favorite South parts. One time I almost fell off the couch laughing. It's been 8 hours since the entire world pooped itself.
Dude, Swimwear Department's writer says the entire venue must be covered in plastic. Like, what's
It's kind of like Gallagher.
Yeah. Just putting in parentheses, like we just give us the guar thing. Like,
Right.
we're not exactly sure what that is. But
The guar treatment, please.
Yeah.
Need it to look like a Dexter kill room, please.
I remember playing the engine room back in the day. Like the day
I miss
after
that. What is
a guar
up
show.
with the engine room? Building is still
I
there.
think Mitch
Yeah.
still owns it.
There's no way they can move those speakers out of it. They're the biggest speakers I've seen in
You
my
can
life.
live inside those.
Yeah, I used to stand when I used to do press stuff. I would stand in them and peek out to get photos because it was the one place no one was at. It's like just earplugs and just stand in the.
Yeah.
It's like what was it? The show. What was that movie? Desperate People, or had like Bette Midler, Judge Reinhold, and stuff where they kidnapped Danny DeVito. That's where he's like got the speaker salesman. Dude, you got these speakers. When you die, you can be buried in the speakers. It was like. I'm like, those speakers are at the engine room.
But yeah, so we played a show the day after a guar show. No amount of cleaning your stage gets all that off the stage.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Like, I remember slipping in some form of liquid that was still there, and I was like, oh my God, please just tell me that's just, I want to think about it.
It was alien semen.
I think it probably was.
Probably was.
I feel like they've hopefully got that fluid down to an art. I feel like the last time I saw them, it felt like it was like soap that they were squirting at us. I was like, oh, it's perfect. Cleaner than I've ever been.
This is nice.
It's good. I can take a bath afterwards and I don't even need to open up my own body wash.
That's when you come to work the next day and you're covered like green and red dye. And you're like, hey, what's up? Guar. It's at the Guar show. That's how I'm sick.
So sick. Best night ever.
I look like a Christmas bath bomb. But whatever.
My beard has never felt so soft and been so shiny.
Oh, man.
Those are the shows that I love the most. Like Aquabats, Guar, like anything that's like, I'm a sucker for the gimmick. I love it. And if the gimmick band can write actual songs, even better. I love it. Like,
there it is. I mean, I don't care who you are, but there's a fun point when it gets to the theatrical part of it. Because it gets you pulled in. It's, it's different. That's what I say, even looking at photos of y'all, it's like out in the audience. Like I said, the people doing the limbo. And, just people wrapped up in cables and stuff. I was like, yeah, this looks like, it's like almost like a big luau happening in the audience while y'all play on stage. It's like, that's great. I think so you'll have a show coming up in, when is it, next month?
August 4th is going to be our album release. So
With Jump
Nice.
Rope
the big one. Yeah.
at the Heights Theater.
Oh, snap. Look at you guys playing the big boy rooms.
Yeah. This is actually the third time we've played Heights Theater.
God.
So we're going to stop after this one, I think.
Feel free to put in a good word for Brightwire at some point.
You guys should. That'd be awesome.
They'll have like, thanks y'all for like we booked y'all. 2 people showed up. As long as it doesn't rain, we have a chance.
Oh my God, dude.
Maybe.
God, that sucks. Rain sucks. Ruins every show. Even when it's inside. Houstonians.
The best thing about Houston is it's just, you never know when it's going to.
Friday was sideways rain, dude.
I don't care.
It hailed at my house. It was so hot outside.
Yeah.
And I heard something like, kunk, kunk, kunk. I looked outside. There's ice everywhere. What the fuck is this?
These are end times, my friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is the only downside. Like in Houston, like if it rains right before your show, you're guaranteed 50% of your people are not going to come out. Because we are so gun shy. We're like, dude, I've been here during Tropical Storm Allison and Hurricane Harvey.
Yeah.
High water my ass. I'm not going to be caught.
Deep.
I ain't sinking.
Dude, I ain't going down like the Titanic. Is it too soon for a Titanic joke? Okay.
It's never too soon. Titanic's been hundreds of years. You know.
Hundreds of years.
Literal hundreds.
Okay, maybe just 100, but you know.
That's long enough.
It's happened years ago.
Still too soon, my friend. A century.
Those photos were in black and white.
To grieve.
It's so.
So you know they were old.
It's where you just hold on to your failures. It's like the nations, you know, like holding on to their high school boyfriend that crashed and burned. It's like, dude, it's like, you're not. Like, there's nothing good coming out of this. It's fine.
Nope.
What happens when you try to go see it now? Disappear. You get crushed under the weight of that legend. The legend of the Titanic.
Oh my God.
I'm trying not to laugh. Not gonna happen.
You can't. It's very silly. It's one of those things where you hear about it, you're like, that's very tragic. They're using a what controller?
Right, exactly.
Excuse me?
You know, man, I'm not even. You got to take some swings. People thought that, you know, the Wright brothers were crazy.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really, you know, it's like, yeah, I know the game controller seems weird, but I mean, these days, even your steering wheel's a glorified game controller.
That's true.
It's not like the old days where it was a drive shaft.
Right now, it's not like that.
you're just doing that, and then some computer system's like, oh,
Interpreting it.
turn that way. Oh, computer system's gone. Well, so is your turnability.
What would it
Done.
instill more confidence in you if it was like more of a standard looking like plain kind of one of these two handle mechanisms, or if it was like a VR helmet and the guy was like
Right,
controlling?
yeah.
Like I don't know if
People
I
would
wanted
think it was
something-
cooler if it was one of those things where he was like, he had the helmet on and he was like, Weird Al sings the hand motions from like the future.
The best would if he
Mission
had like to go
Impossible.
forward, he'd like do like the actual swim maneuver.
Just
And you-
doggy paddling to get a little closer. Whoa.
Robot, go forward. Thank you.
So what
You
you're
know,
saying
it's like
is more
whatever.
technology.
But yeah, I think if you had one of those badass like cruising, you know, what was it? What was it called?
Oh, dude, that was
Where
great.
like you think like, you know,
like a trucking video game thing.
Yes.
the F1 race games and stuff where you're like click click zzz, we're in high gear now, friends. And it was like doing that. People would go like, okay,
Full size arcade motorcycle. And he's like, don't worry, I can steer around this
I got
one.
this.
Yeah.
I got this.
this is legit. That would have been amazing.
Why
Just
are
like
you
the actual thing in there that moves. Like,
Why are you going so far left? There's a fuel canister over there. I need some.
there we go.
Realistically, it was just a Flintstones, legs out the bottom, just
Basically,
kicking
yeah.
straight
I mean,
through.
Sadly, you know.
You know, it's like when you really break it down, if you ever go to like NASA and you look at like, okay, that's basically we just light a tank of fuel and shoot something.
Oh yeah.
It's not. I mean, there's a lot of mathematics, but as far as the thing itself is like not that amazing. It's amazing that it actually works. All right, I got the side. I mean, it sounds like a bunch of drunk dudes made it.
It's really, yeah, it is. But it is rocket
It's amazing
science.
we
It's
haven't
the kind
blown
of
up
the
more people.
benchmark for it's not rocket science. Like that is rocket
But that
science.
is
truly
fast
is.
You know,
rocket
that's
science.
submarine science. I feel like that's not.
But you're kind of like, I mean, I realize there's sophistication, but at the same time, it's not.
Yeah.
It's like, so you just fill that full of fuel and then you light it and it literally blows this thing. And eventually it shoots off of the thing before it explodes and it goes and falls into space.
And we go and pick it up out the ocean.
That's exactly how it works. Like, cool. Dude, figure that out. So, you know, man, that's where it all just, they took a swing, dude, didn't work out.
True.
But, you know, they paved the way for future deep sea exploration. And now we know things not to do. So
Truly, yeah.
sometimes that's as important, man. What's the option? Sit on your couch and bitch about it. What are you really doing? What's more pathetic?
Hey, now, wait, I play in a band with a song called Submarine, so I feel like I'm in the same kind of league with them.
And you're out
minor
playing-
league.
Would you say 1,000 leagues?
Oh, that's damn it.
You're out there. You're out there playing. You're doing it. You're living the life. Not sitting at home commenting on it.
True.
So that's my take. Go out there and live it, dude. Get lost at the bottom of the ocean. It's better than just sitting around your house watching fucking reruns,
Playing a band.
watching Breaking Bad for the 18th time.
And just remember, your heart will go on.
You need to shut up and you need to watch Breaking Bad.
I
Make
really
a
do.
terrible
You never
time
watched
came
Breaking
out.
Bad?
Never watched
Helf,
Breaking
what?
Look.
Come on, man.
We were in
Look,
Albuquerque
hey, and
last
if you need
week.
someone on an episode of Honey, I Shrunk the Binge,
That could be very
First
fun,
and-
actually.
No.
oh man.
You need to watch the whole thing. It's
I mean,
a perfect masterpiece.
well, that's like we played Ponderosa Brewing last week, and apparently there's some TV show called Better Call Saul.
Mm-hmm.
The apartments right behind Ponderosa Brewing.
Kim Wexler's apartment.
Oh,
that
sick.
he used there was.
See, that
was
sounds
right
cool to
behind it.
you, but to me, I'm like,
Yeah.
I've heard the name better.
It looks
calls.
like some apartments to me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I just pulled up Google and it was like Kim Wexler's apartment building. Like, that's right behind the place. So I'm, restringing my guitar. It's like, there it is.
Yeah, that was during the time that the brewery shot. What was it? Beer all over the PA system.
So it's great. So this whole tour we did in New Mexico last week, Friday night we play. I'm inside waiting to get paid. And so Kim and Helf go out by themselves. And then I walk out, they're like, dude, we just saw a car wreck.
Yeah, dude, this guy was leaving and he backed up into the car that was behind him. And like his first response was, I didn't even hear anything from my sensors. I'm like, oh, that's called mirrors. It's amazing how reliable
Look behind
those
you
are.
before you put it in reverse.
And then the next night, I'm outside putting my guitar to get, like, fixing my guitar because the input was messed up. And Helf runs out, I was like, oh, our shit's ruined. It's like, what? And it's like someone had hit the fermenter at the bottom, like where all like the trube comes out, the crap at the bottom of the fermenter, all the dead yeast and stuff. And when he did, it shot all over, like hit people in
It
the
shot
brewery.
30 feet across the bar.
So it's just like, and he's like, yeah, it's all, and it is. So you go, like this week I was laughing the whole time we're unloading because it's like merch kit still got shit all
Just
over it.
smells nasty.
I think it didn't really smell. We were lucky. There wasn't
Yeah, we got
a
lucky
strong
there.
beer smell, but it's all still caked on.
But the PA, like the mixer, everything. And I'm just sitting there thinking, oh God. Fortunately, nothing was on at the time, which I think
Yeah.
saved our asses.
Oh,
because
that's good. So, like, is that equipment?
it was fine.
Usable?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the venue was really cool. They're like, hey, if there's any problem, let us know.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. But that was also a fun night because they double booked, and so that
Yeah.
was awkward. So someone walks in, they're like, we'd already set our stuff up, and they're like, I'm playing here tonight, and we're like, we're playing here tonight. We can go out back and have a shoot off.
Meeting you guys like, oh, whoa, 3 sound people. Nice.
You guys set up the PA for me? That's so great. No.
And yes, that happened. So I go outside and it sprayed. So then the next day I was like, I'm not leaving them alone because they're going to see something
Crazy
terrible
stuff keeps
happen.
happening when you're not around.
If I'm not there supervising, they get into trouble.
That's what it is. When the adults
the
out of the room,
children in
the
there.
children.
Yeah.
God damn it. What do you two do? Nothing, Dad.
We
Promise.
didn't do anything.
We thought it would roll.
Well, but still something, we saw something crazy that day as well. That's where we were in El Paso.
Oh, the dog.
And El Paso is like it's like a 10-lane highway coming through there. And
Oh,
we
dude,
see this
yeah.
dog start running from one side, comes across from us, jumps the median, goes all the way, and the whole time I'm like, please don't die, please
I
don't
know
die.
Helf's like,
please.
oh my God, it's a dog. Oh my God. And he's like, I can't look.
And I'm driving.
Because this fucking, I like how it made it across our lane and, going eastbound. And we're like, he'll stop at the center thing. Dog just like leaps over it and goes right across westbound lanes. And it's like, oh shit. And then the next thing you see, it leaps over that and back into the neighborhood. And it was just like, oh, look, I can't look. I'm like, you made it, dude. You made it.
That's a moment you guys will never forget, and that dog does that 3 times a week, like
Yeah.
no doubt.
Oh yeah. So he gets to work.
Yeah,
You guys, like, I'm jumping this.
guys gotta make a living.
I don't care. I'm going. So
I got a whole litter to take care of.
It was just wild. Yeah, that was one of those like with the doors where he sees like the Indian guy.
Yeah.
That was like our moment.
It's our
like that
vision
dog.
quest. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like freeway dog.
I'm glad you knew what he was
Follow
talking
me.
about.
Dude, freeway dog.
Dude, let's get either that line is making it to like something like a freeway dog or something's
Yeah.
got to make it into a song somewhere.
It's happening.
And no one will
As
get
it
it
should.
except for people who are in this room or the,
Maybe people who
80
listen to this
people that
podcast.
listen to this.
Yeah.
Hey, but 80 people listening is
I don't know,
impressive.
man. 'cause,
That's a
we
good
got,
number.
We got
I didn't do that well on some of my
we got
podcasts.
you are doing Heights Theaters. This is going to be
True.
huge.
There you go. Heights Theater, 100th episode podcast record live.
Let's lock that in.
Set to follow.
Lock that down.
Lock it down.
Lock it down. When we're at the show, we're gonna lock it down.
We got like 30 more episodes to get big enough where it's like, yeah, that's what's up.
Show them those podcast numbers.
You want us there.
Like, that's what's up. Doing it live. Live with who? Like, I don't know.
Luke, we haven't thought that far. Okay, we're just locking the date.
just
Locking the
know
venue.
that-
A big
100.
name to be announced later.
Also, you do anything that day?
Right.
Asking the Heights guy. Yeah.
Big announcement coming up.
And then we just need to find someone we know who has like the longest name. And be like, big name. Combine 24 letters, first and last name.
Biggest you'll ever see.
Right.
My God.
Who do we know? Not
Right.
like the dude from the Bucks. I want to even Giannopoulos or something, but he has like a long first name too. So like we need someone like that.
Yeah.
It's like really, but not as famous, like NBA famous, but just a person with a really long. There's got to be some musician out there that's got a stupid name.
We'll find him. We've got time.
Put out the call. Yeah.
We got like 70 more, 60 something more episodes, 70 something more episodes.
77 according to
Yeah.
Don't
Ned's public
check my
school
math.
education that I was part of. So
I think I'm learning a
Take
lot of
that.
math in your class.
take that with a grain of salt.
So just what do you do as far as with your sculpting experience now?
Oh yeah, yes. I'm doing a little bit of paper mache and ceramic kind of stuff.
Things you might have learned in my class.
It's sure, very much so.
See?
Yeah, no, you were a very good teacher. I will say this on record right now.
See,
into
this
a
is on
microphone.
record.
Yeah. If you want to show this to,
The powers that be.
sure, yeah.
Look here.
Gross. Do you guys want us to leave the room for a second? Or
This is like, why do you have to go there? This is
teacher
a very
worship
pure,
happening.
this is like the,
It's adorable. I'm
No,
just
see,
kidding.
so Ned, he had me. It was your senior year that you last time. Yeah, he had me the year that my room got flooded.
Oh yeah.
I came back after a weekend and I could tell that my room had been wet because I had like cardboard and I was like, why is this all like? And then we came to the conclusion that there had been like 3 feet of water in the outdoor terrarium area they had, and a foot of it came into my room. And so we got moved to like this other. It was a whole experience, man. But yeah, I
made it work.
I made it work, and you don't have a choice. And I remember Ned made a mask that year, the cross-eyed unicorn.
I still have it. It's on a bookcase somewhere.
Dude. Like, and then there's a picture of Ned sitting on a cardboard chair with his mask on. It's very iconic. So, you know. But yeah, I mean, so I've known Ned for a hot minute, man, and the kid is just creative. But that's the thing, too, is like Ned hasn't talked about this either. He was also in theater in high school.
Yeah, I find that shocking after seeing swimwear department stuff. There was a theater background there.
But that's the thing is it's like it's cool when you see someone continuing to be creative, but also finding actual income streams.
Right, yeah.
Goodness.
That's
Only the video editing is an
Hey.
income stream. The rest of it is not.
Right, it's pure
Swimwear
fun.
does not pay at all. Well, we put all the money back into it and then buy like beach balls with what we make.
No, but that's what we do with Brightwire.
Yeah, but that's super cool because I mean it's similar. I mean, I was a theater dork kid and
Oh, right on.
did a bunch of video editing for years and made music. Now I live the life. I chill in the library,
Hell yeah.
To have VR night on Wednesday.
right? With the podcast studio. What up?
This is a very cool studio. I like this.
It's nice.
Nice. Just plug in. Go.
See? It's what you do. You get a bunch of library folks together and they research stuff and figure it out. I did the whole audio part of it, but then they got involved with all the soundproofing and it looks cool. It looks like a tech startup with the way they use.
little bit,
Something about the
yeah.
honeycomb
Yeah.
things are always very
Like a cafeteria, maybe.
techy.
Like, I think we
Like an Orange Theory Fitness.
Have you thought about putting a ping pong table just like right in the middle? Just, for productivity?
Could we have some beanbag chairs?
we should do the beanbag chairs. We do have the cool bench, but it's just over there right now.
Dude, I always wanted a beanbag chair until I had a friend who had a beanbag chair. And then I realized like beanbag chairs, all they do is like hurt your back. And then also they get a tear. And then you have beans,
Beans
everywhere.
My sister had one growing up and it just, it had so many like duct tape patches on it. Just constantly breaking open.
Well, then as the answer to the beanbag chair, because parents were like, I'm tired of beans being everywhere. They came up with the inflatable chairs. You remember these? They were for like a split second.
That's about how long they lasted.
Right.
Dude, until you sat
Exactly.
down with something pointed.
Or you
Yeah.
like twist your arm on it and get like a burn from it somehow.
Or like
Right.
you just sweat in it because it doesn't breathe.
Oh,
It's not okay in the house, so they put it in the backyard for you. And it's even better out there.
Oh my
in the
God.
sunshine.
that was one of my best ideas I ever had. I remember like a job years ago. I was like, I got to choose my own chair. And dude, I was like, oh, dude, right in the budget. Found this baller ass, like, it looked like something, you went into the boardroom, the dude turned around in it.
Like Claw
black
from Mr.
leather.
Inspector Gadget.
It was all black, like leather looking stuff with the brass buttons all on the
Fancy.
back. Dude, it was the worst. Like, I was hot for like
was
the
gonna say,
5 years I had that chair. I'm like, nothing breathe, like the whole, I'd be like, it's like, I don't want to sit in it. Like, why don't you sit in your chair? Like, I don't want to, it's hot. But it was the most baller looking chair. You could walk them all. I was like, yeah, it's mine. Then be like, why aren't you in it? Like,
Why do you smell so weird when you sit in that?
it's like I just
I'm
sit on
cooking.
this stool all day that I spin around on and have that chair. But then it was like anyone called in, it's like, yeah, let's get the fancy chair.
That's like people
Yes.
thought it was cool to get those balance ball chairs that the core chairs. And then in the 80s, they had those stupid ones that like you sat in, your knee hit them.
Yeah, the kneeling ergonomic
Oh
chairs,
my
those are
god, dude!
tight.
I had a friend who that's all they had in their house.
Yeah, one of my friends.
I was
growing
like,
up had
what
those.
in the hell?
Well, same thing now, all the standing desks. Everybody gets all that. They spend all this money, then it's like they never stand at their desk.
No, like it just rusts in place.
It's just like, who wants to type? Like,
I want like a suspended
for carpal
situation where it's like a harness from this, kind of like a Mission Impossible situation where I'm coming down to the computer.
so
So
kind of
I'm
like
Superman position type.
87
Yeah.
Motley Crue tour.
Yeah, actually, that's kind of what I just want, like the Tommy Lee drum set, where I
right,
can just
Tommy
kind of
Lee
work in a
drum set of
circle.
workspace. Click the button and do the zzz. We're gonna do a full revolution on this one.
They're like, Ned, do you really need this? Yes, I do. I want to be productive.
This is a reasonable accommodation.
So look at this is my chart about how much more productive I'll be.
Exactly.
Look at this. Look at these future numbers for me.
These
Just
are off the
hit me.
chart.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. This chart. This is how the direction I'll be going in the harness. I'll be flying
Sorry.
upwards.
My bad.
This is it. This is what's happening.
I love it.
Hey, it's better than Matt Lauer and his button in the floor to lock
What?
We click.
Yeah.
And like the door shuts.
and locks.
Like how does that? I still
Like, how was that an option? Like, someone's like, I don't think this is a good idea. No, it's totally normal.
right? And all that. Like, what about that doesn't say rapist?
Right. Right. Or impending sexual assault at the very little.
Like,
So-
it's nothing weird, but I think I need a trapdoor right in front of my desk that when I push a button, they fall down to. It's a pit of alligators. They're
an
really
incinerator.
crocodiles,
It's,
but
it's totally safe. Nothing.
Like,
Nothing.
the fact that no one, like, that wasn't a red flag for anybody. Like,
Right.
Nothing nefarious will come of the button that like shuts and locks someone in my office.
right. Shuts, locks, and then, like, this handkerchief with, like, ether comes down.
drops down from
Like,
it.
what the hell?
Okay, yeah, no, we'll do it. Why does the button have to have a skull on it?
It's fine. This is NBC. This is how we roll.
Right.
And what NBC also the Dateline? Yeah, they have Datelines. NBC, isn't it?
Yeah.
Weird.
They should be prepared for these things.
Yeah, nothing but creepos.
To Catch a
Dude, what
Predator
if
is
Chris-
filmed there.
I mean, how did Chris Hansen not figure it out?
Dude, what if, like, in an
if he
alternate
did?
universe, Chris Hansen was like, hi there, Matt. Let's have a talk.
Door
And
door
then,
closes, locks.
and then it's like
Brag.
click, and it's like Matt Lauer, like, oh, it's the whole,
We're gonna
it's the
have
whole
a talk.
Boondocks thing.
Right.
No. And we're done. Moving on.
Matt Lauer's like, I like you, I want you.
Oh my God.
Man.
What does it call you, Chris Handsome? All right, man. Well, thanks for coming. Not really talking much about your band tonight.
Entertaining our BS.
Yeah, no, I loved it. It was great.
That was great. It's like you came in, spent an hour not really talking about your band much at all, but
It's fun music. This fun conversation hopefully gives you an idea of like it's fun. It's all good and goofy.
well, it's good too because to get to do what we learned today is that band's great. It's fun. You spent a whole life working in video production. All this would just allowed the band to grow. So it's good, children. Be multifaceted. Be more artistic. Branch out. It doesn't have to just be music. You can do other things which help make your music better.
That is, I feel like that's my suggestion to every artist that's doing anything is like, just try a different medium. Like, even if you're not good at it, like if you paint, go try writing a song. If you try to write a song, go try to film something. Like, you're going to learn so much from that. And those skills all just kind of bleed together. Like, that's my favorite thing is just try a new little art thing and maybe
'cause
get
they're all
something from it. I don't
interrelated.
know.
Y'all have killer videos. The stage production comes together from like theater backgrounds and stuff like that.
Oh, and the choreography, man.
Yeah.
Like, hello. Dance much?
Yeah, they came up with some crazy dances for some of the songs for our last show. And we'll come with some new zany ones for this one. Yeah.
And I think that's the fun part about it too, is like y'all aren't playing every weekend. You guys really stagger it so that each time you go to a swimwear department show, it is a new experience, even if you've gone to every show.
Yeah.
Which I think that, again, it's a lot of work, but you're not having to do it day in and day out. You have time to really focus on it. So I think that's smart.
Yeah. We sweat it out. We got other stuff.
Make it an event.
To do in between. I do play in another band called Plastic Future right now. It's a fairly new, just guitar rock band, and it's a nice thing to do between the goofy stuff.
Cool.
But that's good, man. I think again, it's one of those things that keeps you being creative so that when you come back to swimwear, you've got more ideas, you're in that zone. And again, it's all interrelated. I think it's good for it.
Yeah.
So now we should get Ned to do a video for us at some point.
I would love to. That'd be
Really
fun.
pressure him. Yeah.
This is the hard sell right here. The pressure is up.
Little do
Click
you
the
know-
door.
Right. I was about to say, click the door locks. All right, Ned. Say it on. No.
I'm pretty sure we heard you say kill the president earlier, so no. We'll release this recording if you don't.
We got Secret Service on standby.
Right. Please. All right. On that note, we should probably go.
Should.
See y'all next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks, y'all. Bye.
Thank y'all for listening to this episode of Music in the Minor League. If you like what you heard, please share the podcast with a friend. As always, the best way for us to find new listeners. Follow us where you can. Help get the word out. We really appreciate it. If you enjoy Swimwear Department, go ahead and mark that calendar for August 4th. That's the release of their new record, Pullest of Them All. They'll be doing that show at Heights Theater with Jump Rope, another great local band, so we can't really recommend that show enough. Now we're going to leave you with a song from that record. It's called Clothing Optional. So let's get up there, man. Let's get ready. Let's kick it. Let's have a fun summer, y'all. See you next week. Or see you in 2 weeks. My bad. Later.
Don't Stop Believing is your go-to karaoke song, and it has been for years. But listen, you can always change it if you need to. And you don't have to think the ways you've always thought about politics, religion, or romance, just because those were the ways you were always taught to think. You might think about getting a hobby, maybe even quitting your job. You don't have to do the things that you have always done, and you don't have to be the one you've always been just because you spent your whole life being them. It's optional.